What is up, you guys? This is favorite cutie Tati, and this is Talking with Tati. Today we're going to be talking about procrastination, why it happens. Are you procrastinating? Let's get right into it. So the first thing that I wrote down was you're procrastinating because you don't want to do it. Okay, so sometimes I remember when I first started dancing, right? And I'll be posting all my videos. And when I first started dancing again, there was a learning curve. So I was not good at first, but I was making my way and I was posting my journey on the internet, as I often do, because I like to document my life. And people would hit me up all the time and be like, Tati, what classes do you go to? And how'd you make it from this point to this point? And I would tell them, I just kept showing up and I just kept going. And a lot of those same people, I still to this day have not seen really get into a dance class or stay consistent with it. I don't know if it's because of lack of posting, but I haven't seen any sort of dance and it's been years, right? So that means that sometimes, which brings me to my second point, we have an idea of what we feel like we should be doing or what we want to do, or our ideal selves. For example, people who want to be a 5 a.m. kind of person, get up and go to the gym, but you're simply not that girl. I accepted that. I'm simply not that girl. 8 a.m. is my absolute earliest that I can make it to the gym, just because I value my sleep. And I think that sometimes we get these ideas from social media, or you might witness a friend or something who does this thing and you think it's really cool and you just oh, I should do that. And then you turn into one of those people who are like, oh, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. But the truth is, you don't actually want to do it. And you want to know how I know you don't want to do it? Because you haven't done it yet. There was another clip also from Oprah one day. She was explaining that she was saying how she wants to be an actress or something, because remember, she started off as a news anchor and people were saying, she was like, I want to be an actress, I want to be doing this, and somebody told her, no you don't, or you will be doing it. And you know what, that has stuck with me ever since I heard that quote, because I was like, you know what, you're so right. The things that you really want to do in life, chances are you're already doing it. You've already been putting effort in. You've already been interested in these things from a young age. And I'm not saying that you can't acquire new hobbies. You absolutely can. You can find yourself in places in life living a brand new life just off of a curiosity and following a whim. But a lot of the times, the things that you're actually interested, you're already engaging with those things. Even if it's you want to be on this is a loose comparison, but say you are into NASCAR, okay, and you always dream to be a NASCAR driver. Chances are you're already engaging, even if it's just with the content. I'm always watching NASCAR. So you're already engaging and putting time into it. Maybe you haven't started taking the lessons, but maybe people watch dance videos and just are like, oh yeah, I really want to do this. But if you really want to make it to the other side of that procrastination, you have to get up and you have to start acting, and you have to break the cycle of not trusting yourself by getting up and doing the thing. Okay, the next thing that I put was you need to learn something new. Sometimes when we procrastinate something, it's because we already know that we don't have the skills needed, or we assume that we don't have the skills needed to accomplish said goal. Okay, so this could be example, if I wanted to be an actress and I'm telling everybody, oh, I want to be an actress, but then in my mind I'm secretly thinking, oh my god, I've never taken an acting class before, I'm not prepared for this, yada yada yada, oh, I don't have my acting reel, blah blah blah. So when said opportunity might come to you, I might pass on it, because in my mind I'm thinking that I'm not prepared and I'm not, the person for the job, because inside I'm feeling unprepared. I'm feeling like I need to learn more. A great example of this was my Ring camera. Okay, so I just put up a Ring camera. Actually, my son did it for me, but I had it sitting around for 2 weeks before I finally asked him to do it and see if he could figure it out and put it up, right? And I assumed off gate that I wasn't going to be able to do it, because I'm just I'm not really handy like that. I assumed that I was going to have to replace my old doorbell, which would have been a whole thing and a whole hassle. I'm I'm not trying to do all of that. I'm not trying to mess with no wiring, none of that. So I sat and procrastinated on putting it up for 2 weeks and just let it sit and collect dust, just off of the assumption that I didn't have the things necessary to put it up. I thought that I was going to need all these tools, all these things. Turns out I always had everything that I needed, and that's often the case when it comes to doing something that you really want to do and taking the next step. Even though we might tell ourselves that we don't have what it takes, a lot of the times we do. Here's another final example. So I went to dance class on Sunday, and I previewed. Sometimes the teacher, she'll preview what the dance is, and I looked at it and I was like, girl, like, am I gonna be able to do that? Like, I can't do that. I can't do that. But nonetheless, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna show up anyway. I'm gonna go to class. I already missed like a hella weeks because when I went on vacation I got off track. I'm gonna just go. And I went there, and I, just like usually, but not always, sometimes I really do bomb the class, but majority of the time I usually do pretty good, way better than I thought I would do. But you know, I thought I didn't have what it takes, so I could have just been like, oh, I'm not going to that class because I can't do it. I could assume the worst and just not go, but that's just not how I want to operate. And let me see, the last thing I put was self-sabotage. You were procrastinating maybe because of self-sabotage. Maybe every single time you get close to doing that thing that you really want to do, your brain and your anxiety tells you lies, and you end up not doing the thing because, once again, like, being in your head, that is a form of self-sabotage. Because a lot of the times, most of the times, I'm willing to say 99.8% of the time, we have everything that we need to move forward. We just think that we don't because you don't take that first step to actually find out. Like, you know what I'm saying? When he finally opened up that Ring camera and looked at the instructions and got it together and did the apps and stuff like that, I realized that I had everything that I needed to have. I didn't need any extra tools. None of that. It was all fine. And everything was just in my head. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the affirmation of the day. You guys know I love to do the me and me affirmation card. So let's do it. Boop. Okay. So let's go ahead. I'm opening these up. I'm going to shuffle. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. I hope I get a card I haven't got before. I already got that one. Okay, let's do self-love, okay? Self-love is the card. It says, accepting love starts with me loving myself. Reminder, I don't need other people's validation to feel loved. Practice, why do you love yourself? Why don't you love yourself? Which question was easier to answer? Okay, so if you guys need to practice, I'll read that last part one more time. Why do you love yourself? Why don't you love yourself? And which question was easier to answer? I like this card because I actually was thinking about this topic when I went to dance and seeing the video and stuff coming back. And I'm just like, you know what? I have a really bad habit of underestimating myself and what I'm capable of. And I wish that I could go into more things being more confident. Like, yes, I am a confident person, but sometimes even dance class, I think because like we strive, or I'm gonna talk for myself, because I like to strive for perfection sometimes and I want to be the best at something, I go into stuff already kind of feeling uneasy because I'm wondering and I'm in my head like, am I going to be able to get the steps? Am I going to be able to execute this dance? Am I going to do it the best that I can do it? Blah, 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 blah. All these different thoughts. And that leads to a lot of self-doubt, at least when it comes to like learning new things and picking up new things. And it's just like, I also could go into things being like, you know what, I know I'm gonna do a good job, I always do a good job, blah blah blah. And I do have those moments with myself, but I'm just being honest also that it goes both ways. And I want to lean more into the self-love and already loving what I'm doing and accepting myself in my dance journey and the things that I already know that is going to be like slightly challenging. I want to go into challenges loving myself more and validating myself more and not needing the validation of getting the dance, not needing the validation of the video to always feel really good about my dance journey and just anything that I'm working on. Okay, you guys, so I hope this video was helpful for you. If it was, definitely give me a thumbs up. Get in the comments for me. Tell me what your favorite part about this. Please share with me, like, do you procrastinate, and are any of these reasons the case for you? Let me know down below. Follow me at your name is Tati everywhere, and also follow me at It's the Tati Show. It's the Tati Show on Instagram and on YouTube, okay? And I will see you guys later. By the time you're watching this, I might actually have debuted the first episode, so October 28th is the date. Love you guys so much. Save the date. Follow It's the Tati Show on Instagram and YouTube, and I will see you guys later. Hype the video. Hype, 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 hype if you can, okay? We love a small creator doing her thing, okay? I'll see you guys later. Mwah. Bye. Tati out.